Okay. All right, folks, let me go ahead and tweet this out so everybody knows I am live. Folks, welcome to the show. The Simonetti Show. The Simonetti Show. All right? Always the best. Wait till a few people join. I just shared this on Twitter, so I'm sure it might take a little while to get a few people in here. Let us see. All right, we're getting more people. And Jack, my friend, welcome. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't seen you in here. Thank you. Yes, she has released me. I am safe. I am free. I even shaved. Look, I got some of this stuff off, man. It was getting messy. It's getting too much, man. I had to take it off. I still need to get a haircut. You know, looking like I'm 7. Looking like I'm 7. He is, yes. DJ LeMahieu looking like an absolute beast. Folks, I remember when the Yankees signed LeMahieu. And the main talk at that time was that, oh my God, they're definitely not getting Machado now. And I remember saying, I don't think it would have stopped the Yankees from getting Machado, which I don't think there was ever really, as we find out now, it doesn't look like there was ever really a realistic thing of happening. But I remember also saying, this is a really good player. So is he gonna, be the same guy in that he was in Colorado? I don't know, but he's a good pickup for the Yankees. And he's been a great pickup. Absolutely amazing. And it made a lot of sense for the Yankees because he hits the ball so well to right field. It's just a perfect fit, man. He kind of just puts his head down and plays baseball, blends in well. He really reminds me of a complete mold of what that 98 Yankee team was, where there was no superstar. There was just a bunch of these guys that blended in well but played really good baseball. And that's what DJ LeMahieu really reminds me of. He's one of those guys that would have fit in to that old school Yankee mold. And all credit goes to Brian Cashman and his club on his team there on that one. It was a great pickup for the Yankees. And I had somebody in my comments, right? I'm going to take this hat off. I'm going to stay like this. I had somebody in my comments, right? Somebody in my comments the other day goes, oh, but you wanted Manny Machado and Giovanni Urshela's doing so good. You are wrong. Folks, raise our hands. How many of us thought Giovanni Urshela would contribute anything to the Yankees this year? If you knew who Giovanni Urshela was, and I say if you knew, because most of you probably didn't know who he was. Cleveland always had a good glove, always could play great defense, never great with hitting, right? Then this man comes out of nowhere and is smacking the holy shit out of everything. Pitch rap, bam, pitch, bam, smack. And he's hitting 340. How many of us expected that to happen? I'm going to tell you, hell no. No, I didn't. None of us did. DJ Steele's my guy. I appreciate you. My guy Steele's always got something to say. Steele's, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm going to leave the hat off. I just threw it half a mile, and I really don't feel like getting up and getting it. Look, I didn't wear the flower shirt today. Got a little different guy going on today. Drew something on real quick for you guys to have a little live chat. I'm excited. What's up? Let's go Yankees. 2 games away. Sweeping the Sox. 10.5 out. Let's do it. I'm pumped. Yeah, Giovanni Urshela was just always a guy who could defend. Everybody knew he could defend. He had a major league glove, but not a major league bat. Now we're seeing a guy who, even on the outs he makes, is squaring the ball up. And look, I see a lot of people saying, well, if you go out there and get an Anthony Rendon, go get him now. No. Folks, you ride this Urshela wave until it ends. And however it ends, let it end. You do not look to dump this guy. You do not look to replace this guy because, folks, what is anybody else going to do that is much more than what he's doing right now? YouTube and they're freezing. YouTube is freezing. Jack, my friend, is David Price going to shake on the mound tomorrow? Yes, I can't wait to see David Price versus the Yankees. It's always fun to see Price face the Yankees. Will be no different. It's going to be really fun. But to finish up what I was saying, Giovanni Urshela, there's no need to replace Giovanni Urshela right now. I know that Anthony Rendon is possibly going to be out there. I know he's excellent. Anthony Rendon's good. Is he better than Gia Urshela right now? I can argue with anybody and say there is no point of a replacement. You're not going to get much better than what Giovanni Urshela is providing right now. Great defense, hitting the ball, hitting for power, hitting for doubles. You don't get better than that. You ride that wave until it goes away. That's what you do with a guy like Giovanni Urshela. Ride that wave until the wave goes flat. If it does, it may not. So we will see. Urshela, every way you see Giovanni Urshela, he's been absolutely excellent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's been great. Do I think this is our year? You know, it's funny. I've had people message me and ask me this question, and they go, are the Yankees going to get worse when these other guys come back? Meaning your Stantons and these guys. Let me say something that might get a lot of people upset, but I'm just going to go out there and say it because whatever I ever gave a shit if I got somebody upset. I just tell it like it is, and that's all there is to it. Didi, I think, will be fine coming back. I think Judge will be fine coming back. I think Stanton doesn't have a real place on this ball club. Let me explain before a lot of you go crazy for not understanding what I'm talking about. Giancarlo Stanton, when the Yankees signed him, when the Yankees traded for him, it made sense to the mindset of, holy shit, we got Judge, who just hit 53 friggin' homers, or whatever the hell it was. I think it was that year, right? And now we got Giancarlo Stanton. Wow. We got these two gigantic threats of home run hitting ball players. Maybe two of the best in all of baseball now on the same club. They're both these larger-than-life baseball characters that probably should be playing football, right? And it was a mindset that, wow, this is going to be terrific. But now you see more of it. Now you see the Yankees don't even want this guy in the outfield. So it looks like they traded for a 29-year-old that they feel is a DH, which to me, if that was the thought process, you never should have made the trade. The trade should have never happened. That should have never happened. If the Yankees felt Giancarlo Stanton was a DH and not an average to above average outfielder, you never should have made the trade. Now you got guys coming up who are doing well. You're seeing production at a lot of the outfielders. You're seeing production of players they didn't expect. This is what happens in baseball. Now, will the Yankees get worse with him? I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to get worse with Stanton, but out of all the guys getting ready to come back, I don't think he makes the team more than anybody else. I don't believe that. Is it me or each time Price bitches, he leaves early for some dumb excuse? His beard's not trimmed or his nail... Chipped and can't throw. Be a man. Oh, I'm getting annoyed. I agree, man. There's always an excuse. Hell, I played too much Fortnite. My friggin' thumb got a blister on it. I took a shit and my ass is burning. I had diarrhea for a week and I can't walk right. There's always an excuse. I woke up in this morning, I twisted my ankle a little bit. There's a little turn to the left and it's bothering me so bit I can't pitch today. There's always something going on with David Price. But look, hopefully Price gets the pitch, and hopefully the Yankees do what they typically do to him. Will the Yankees sign Dallas Keuchel? I still say it's about a 60% chance the Yankees sign him. We'll see. We'll see. I think Keuchel to the Yankees makes a lot of sense, and I think it is very possible. From everything I'm hearing, Andy Martino reported it. I had some news yesterday or the day before for you guys that a lot of people around baseball believe that it is likely, the Yankees are likely the favorites right now to land him. So we will see. I'd rather have Maben or Frazier over Stanton. I don't know about all that, but all I'm saying about Stanton is I don't think he fits the mold of the club they're trying to create. That's all. Nothing bad about him. My good friend Jack says, what is your lineup when Didi comes back? Wow. Well, I would say this. When Didi comes back, let's talk about the infield first. I think your infield then should be Gio Urshela at third base, Didi at short, Glaber at second, and DJ LeMahieu at first base, moving Luke Voit to be a regular DH. And then, of course, you can have LeMahieu play second, rest Glaber. You can have LeMahieu play third, rest LeMahieu. There's a lot of ways you could still move guys around and make certain things work. So we'll see about that. The lineup, that's kind of a tough one, folks. I don't know what I would do with that. That's kind of a tough one. Morales needs to be the first to go. Yeah, I could see Morales being a guy that will eventually go soon. He seems like one of the guys that really wouldn't have a spot on this club going forward. So we'll see. Is Tulo done in New York? You know, at the end of the day, what would be the point of bringing him back? I mean, that's my whole argument on the whole Tulowitzki thing, right? I mean, does anybody disagree with that? At this point, what's the reasoning behind bringing him back? Unless you're able to trade him. Maybe you could trade him for little to nothing and just get something in return. But, I mean, you're probably better off not bringing this guy back. Ethan, that's good, my friend. I'll check it out when you post it. Yeah, he may have a no trade clause, but then you just release him. I mean, at the end of the day, I like Troy Tulowitzki. I hope Tulowitzki can catch on and have a good year somewhere, but there's not a need here anymore. I mean, he was Didi's replacement. Didi's back. And then the Yankees said they'll figure out what happens with him. At this point, what happens with him? You know what I mean? What happens with him? What else is there to happen with him? You know, you move on at this point. You go to your next guy. Do the Yankees keep Didi beyond next year? It's going to be interesting. I say they do, but that's off a quick judgment. I could give you 25 different reasons of why they shouldn't, but I could probably also give you 10 or 15 reasons why they should. So me personally, if it was my ball club, no, I don't bring him back. As much as I like Didi, I don't bring him back. I think the Yankees have the replacements to do it. But I do think the Yankees will bring him back. I don't think I necessarily would. I think he's going to want a bit much, so we'll see. DJ Steele says, yes, I disagree with that because you worship the Yankees on getting him on a steal. Also, I see Keuchel going to St. Louis. Well, I worshipped him. Just me, I worshipped him. I don't know if you're talking about me, I don't know if I worshipped him. All I said was it makes a lot of sense, and I was the one who everybody called me an idiot when I said the Yankees were in a position to sign him. And everybody said I was nuts when I was the first person to report that the Yankees were interested in him and they were looking to sign him. Everybody said I was nuts, and the Yankees signed him. And no, I think it made a lot of sense. And again, if you get some of the information I get, I got all that information before everybody and I put it out there. And one of the main things I heard when Tulowitzki was doing his showcase was that he looked great. He was in phenomenal shape. He looked well. And let's also not forget, when Tulowitzki was healthy, he wasn't playing bad. He had a decent spring. He showed a lot of pop. He was showing power. Power wasn't gone. Timing looked like it was off, but that would come with more playing. So I wouldn't say anything about overhyping him at all. I mean, he was $500,000, league minimum. You got him to play baseball. It didn't work out. I mean, it didn't work out because what happened was what most fans expected to happen. He was injured, and he got injured again. We all know you want Madison Bumgarner, my friend. We all know it. We all know it. I've known it for years now. You want Madison Bumgarner. We all get it. DJ Steels, I appreciate you, my friend. The Nats aren't trading Max. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Scherzer getting traded. Like I said before, it'll be a hard trade to make, even if you do make it. It's still a tough trade, so we'll see what happens. Any word on Betances? All we're hearing is that he's potentially coming close to throwing a simulated game. I got the Yankees winning today 6-4. Starting my ball club, Bellinger or Judge? Will I have a favoritism towards Judge? Bellinger is absolutely excellent. He has a chance to keep getting better, but I will stick with Judge. Yes, this team can beat Houston. Remember, we don't play the playoffs in June. We play them towards the end of the year. And the Yankees have a lot more work to do. What is your lineup when all the position players come back? My goodness, man. I don't know at this point. I mean, I don't even have like a pen and pencil in front of me to say it. I don't know. I would have to really break it down. It's hard because when you get Stanton back, you know, he's either playing left field or DHing. I don't think Gardner has a regular place on his club anymore after all that. Judge gets back. He's immediately a right fielder. There's no question about it. He's too good in right. Hicks is going to remain in center field. You probably hopefully you could stick Stanton in left, and then you go with the infield I said before, and then you could still have that DH spot opened up for Luke Voit and LeMahieu at first and Gio Urshela at third base and still stick to it that way. So we'll see. How many Yankees do you think will go to the All-Star game? Wow, that's a good one, man. They got a couple of relief pitchers who have a good chance, I think. Canely got a shot. Ottavino got a shot. Chapman got a shot. Domingo Germán, if he could pitch a few games in a row, may have a shot to make it. You got to believe, you know, Luke Voit, DJ LeMahieu, Giovanni Urshela has a good chance. So they have a lot of guys out there that could really make this club. So it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, Clint Frazier's not a good outfielder. And folks, too, a lot of fans have got on me quite a bit when I said that you could really make the case that the Yankees should trade a guy like Clint Frazier at this point where he's actually showing he could be a regular. And people got upset with me, but I also reminded them, Gary Sanchez, sorry, but you also gotta remember, the Yankees got Stanton, they got Judge, and they got Hicks. They got outfielders. Now, again, you got to come to the conclusion at some point, is Stanton a left fielder? It's that simple. If he's not a left fielder and he's a DH and you want to keep him, Frazier's value doesn't go, you know, as high as it did before for the Yankees, and you look to deal him for maybe a good young starting pitcher or a top starting pitcher that could get this team over the hump. But it'll be interesting to see the moves the Yankees make. It'll be very, very interesting. No, but I heard your father's gay. I'm definitely not, but I heard your father is. FYI. Will Morales get DFA'd? Yes, at some point I think he will. At some point it only makes sense that he likely will. Beating Boston feels like eating lobster in a hot tub. Yes. Should Yankees trade for Madison Bumgarner? It all depends on what the offers are. It all depends on what the Yankees would have to give up. So it'll be interesting. Stanton is pointless if you can't play left field. Jose, my friend, you are preaching to the choir. No doubt about it. If Stanton is not a left fielder, if the Yankees do not believe that Stanton's a left fielder, no point of having him. There is no point of Stanton on this club if he can't play the outfield. I'm sorry, I'll argue with anybody about that. Johnny, my friend, Pete, how many homers would Gary have by the end of the season? He's on track to break the record, and he missed time. So, Gary, look, everybody gets mad at me. To answer your question, 40 plus, everybody gets mad at me. Everybody gets mad at me. I've had fans block me. People unfollow me. People unsubscribe to me. But anybody tell me when I was wrong about Gary Sanchez. I never was. Yankee fans, for some reason, cannot handle the truth about certain players. Gary Sanchez did everything right this offseason. He's in terrific shape. He's blocking the ball. He's back to Gary Sanchez with that snap throw, rockets to second base. He's back to dominating. He's back to smacking the ball. Look, he is the player I was fighting for him to still be. He is not the player a lot of you made excuses for. That was my beef. A lot of people said this about Gary Sanchez. If you guys remember during my debates with a lot of you, I would say this one thing. Why do Yankee fans always say, name me another catcher that is better than him in the American League? The rest of the field sucks. What you have now done is lowered your expectations of how good Gary Sanchez was supposed to be. And that bothered me because I said, now what you're doing is you're no longer expecting the player we expected him to be. You're not expecting that guy no more. You've created in your mind that he wasn't going to be that good. He wasn't going to be this MVP caliber player that he could be. That's the problem. Give me a second. Let me get this moron out of this chat that keeps talking trash. People like that, the people who talk trash when I'm at Yankee Stadium, let me see you, please. So I can give you a good Chigwanda ching back and forth. I would love to. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. Gary Sanchez, folks, is an MVP candidate. Let's not forget that when the Yankees got Stanton, everybody, a lot of mainstream reporters out there were saying that Gary Sanchez is going to be the MVP of this club. Then he came in out of shape. He came in not prepared the way he should have been. He came in not ready last year. He was heavier. Everybody got mad at me when I brought up conditioning. It wasn't me. Aaron Boone brought it up. Former coaches brought it up. Alex Rodriguez brought it up. Even when he went on the disabled list, Aaron Boone flat out said maybe this will also give him time to work on his conditioning. Okay? So here's the thing. Gary Sanchez, the guy we're seeing, is the guy we have expected him to be. That was always my argument. We've expected him to be this guy. This is the player's projection of where he was supposed to get to. This is what we are seeing. This is good. This is what the expectation was. What are the Yankees' plans on Greg Bird? They shouldn't have any plans. They shouldn't have zero plans. Greg Bird has a chance to be the first baseman for the New York Yankees, for the AAA club, the Rail Riders. Simple as that. That's it. Does Masahiro Tanaka have a shot at making the All-Star team? Potentially. J Stock, my friend, I am doing good. Thank you for joining, even if it's late. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm going to take a pause real quick. If you guys can get the likes up, I will greatly appreciate it, and I will stick around longer to answer some questions. So please get the likes up for me. I greatly appreciate it. We got 90 plus people in here, 20 likes. Let's get those likes up if you guys do not mind, and we will continue to talk some Yankee baseball. Anna says, I am not a fan of Greg Bird. Never was. I was a big fan of Greg Bird back in 2015, man. I remember I remember Alex Rodriguez saying he was the best hitter in the Yankees organization. And he just never turned into that. So it is what it is. Maben won't stay, especially once Stanton comes back. Yeah, I think Maben's a guy you look to trade. I really do. I don't think Maben's a guy you release at this point. If the Yankees, Stanton does come back, if he does come back, which I guess the expectation is he will, but I don't think he's a guy you release. I think he's a guy you try to trade. He's shown a lot. He's looked good, but he's such a good fit for this ball club, man. Let me throw something at you guys real quick. This won't happen. This won't happen. But I'm going to throw it your guys' way. Would you guys keep Maben over Gardner? I want to see some yes or no's. I got Cynical right now is the only guy saying no. Okay, we got a couple of more no's, but the majority right now is a yes. You guys are going to get mad at me when I say it. I agree with Cynical and everybody else. I say no. I would not either, because a sample size to me doesn't do enough for what Brett Gardner does mean to this club. First of all, let me say a couple of things on Brett Gardner real quick. Brett Gardner, first of all, can still play tremendous outfield, right? He still has his hot streaks. He can still run. He's still a clutch ball player. He could still be a guy you'd rather have in the outfield late in games to go from there. So me personally, I wouldn't, even though I think Maben is a great fit for this ball club. He's a perfect fit. He's been terrific. He's been everything the Yankees have wanted. Been great. Brett Gardner is still a heart and soul player of this team. Is he a starter anymore? No. Anybody could have told you that, even to start the year, that he wasn't a starter, probably didn't deserve the $8 million he got, but the Yankees gave him money for being the player he is. I don't think he is a regular. Steven, that I wouldn't necessarily disagree with. You hold on to Maben and potentially trade Frazier. I think Frazier will eventually get traded from this ball club. I don't know if it's going to be now, but let me say this. I think if you trade Frazier, now is the time. I believe that. I think if you trade Frazier, his stock is not going to get much higher than it is right now. That's an important piece, and I think that will eventually happen at some point. I do think Frazier's a guy who will eventually get dealt. Yes, the game is at 7, so I'm probably going to lead us up to right around that time, and then I'm going to jump off to catch the game. And guys, by the way, if you guys don't mind, I want to do a quick little plug. Sunday Dinner, my album, has now hit over 50,000 streams. I am working towards 100,000. I am extremely excited. I actually have another project I am starting work on here soon. The replay got over 20,000+ streams. The video is dropping any day now. The music video, so it's exciting. The music thing is going really well. Thank you to everybody who has streamed it, and if you guys have not, please go ahead and do that. But I am basically back 100% full on with the baseball news, the Twitter stuff. The YouTube channel is going to keep going crazy. I'm going to start working on some new things on Sundays. I haven't been able to find Ryan. Ryan hasn't been on here much at all recently, so I'm going to keep working on a couple of different things, man. Hey, Cynical, my friend, thank you for joining. Thank you for always commenting and being a part. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining. But just a quick little intermission here to talk about the music thing. It's going great. I thank you guys, everybody who has watched, who's listened. I thank you, everybody who's put it on playlists. Thank you so much. I would say within a month, it'll likely be over 100,000 streams, which is awesome for an indie artist. As you guys know, I am purely independent. Everything is funded by myself. Everything has been done by me and a small team. So it's been David, my friend, man. Thank you. That is awesome. I really appreciate that. The replay video, we did a lot of work on it. Omega is in the video. My fiance's in the video. It was really fun. It was a really hot day. It was like 95, so Omega did not want to do it. We got Omega in the video, and then we had to get him right back in. So Omega didn't want to do it. He was out there for a little bit. It was burning hot. We had to get him back in the van and put the AC on him and let him relax. But it was a quick little Omega cameo. It's gonna be really fun. What was your favorite song that you worked on? Probably Replay. No, not Omega El Fuerte. No. Omega the dog. No, not Omega. Not that Omega. Omega the dog. Yes. Yes. Omega my dog is on it. Yes. Stanton for Scherzer. Laugh aloud, joking. I think every Yankee fan would do that deal in a heartbeat. I really believe that. Lukewarm take on Mike Minor, Madison Bumgarner. It makes sense. I kind of want to see the Yankees. Like I said, I think Keuchel is very likely. I think Keuchel also fits this club. I think he fits what the Yankees are looking for. I don't know if he's the best choice. I'm not here to debate that with anybody. I do think he makes sense. Again, it's only money, so we'll see. Who says no? Stroman for Clint Frazier and some lower prospects. That's a good one, man. I think that would make sense for the Yankees. What about Aaron Sanchez? Anybody thought about Aaron Sanchez at all? Aaron Sanchez is looking healthy somewhat. Always injured, so who knows? But Aaron Sanchez is another guy out there that always has the stuff to be really good. Just hasn't really been able to keep it and put it together for a full year. But there's a lot of guys out there that might make sense during this deadline. So it'll be fun to see. I am not a huge fan of Stroman either, but I think he's starting to really come into his own a little more. So it'll be interesting. I think he's becoming more of a pitcher than a guy looking to strike guys out. Do I think Stanton will be good in the postseason when he comes back? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's very hard to say if a guy's going to be good in the postseason. Look, Alex Rodriguez sucked in the postseason for years. And then all of a sudden, 2009 came. So we'll see what happens there. Montgomery, I don't think is going to come back. I don't think Montgomery's coming back this year at all. If he is, maybe he gets a start or two in September, but I don't expect him back. Thoughts on Keuchel? It's what I said before, man. I mean, Dallas Keuchel has been a guy who has been there and done that. He's a lefty at Yankee Stadium. I love that. I love left-handed pitchers on the Yankee rotation. I've always liked that. Do I think he's a great addition if they get him? I don't think it's great. I think it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense at all. I mean, I don't think it makes any sense against it. I can see people being against it, but I don't really see that. I really don't. Jack, my friend, again, thank you. If Aaron Sanchez stopped throwing the knuckle curve, he would be more healthy personally. I would pursue Stroman because of the big moment pitcher. I could kind of see that. I agree with you on that one too. I would likely take Stroman over him also. I think he's becoming more of a pitcher than a guy that's looking just to strike guys out. Is it weird I like Morales and his team? No, it's not weird. I like Morales too. When the Yankees signed him, I thought he would be even better than he's been so far. But having that balance in the lineup, a guy that could even come off the bench, makes a bit of sense. So it's decent, but I don't think he sticks around for a long time. I wouldn't trade Florial for Mad Bum. I probably wouldn't at this point either. Simonetti can't read. Why not trade Montgomery for Bumgarner? I love DJ Steals, man. If the Giants would do that, I think everybody would do that. I would do it too. Should the Yankees extend Paxton? He's been unbelievable when healthy. Yes. Paxton is a guy that you look to extend now when you have a chance to do it. Remember, he's also not the youngest of guys, so yes, you could probably get him on a pretty decent deal. Trade for Carlos Martinez? Nah. I don't know. I don't know. Healthy Paxton is a top 5 lefty in MLB. No question. 80% Paxton is a top 5 left-handed pitcher in baseball. Pete, who's to say Keuchel will be good to the Yankees? He hasn't pitched all year. Is far from a sure thing. I agree. But also, let's flip that question. Who's to say he'll be bad for the Yankees? Works both ways. Here's a guy who has always stepped up in big moments. Here's a guy who will be pitching in the biggest stage possible for the Yankees. Here's a guy who is a left-handed pitcher who can pitch really good at Yankee Stadium. Here's a guy who we know will not fold under pressure. So he has everything that makes sense for the New York Yankees. You know, people also forget that in 2017, this guy pitched to under a 3 ERA. Yes, he got injured that year, but I still think he threw about 135, 140 innings or so. So he's still effective. Hell, even last year, he allowed more hits than innings pitched, which is not a good thing, but he still pitched to a mid-3 ERA. His fielding independent pitching had him pitching to a mid-3 ERA. And let's also not forget, he's a lefty pitching in a right-handed hitter's ballpark at Houston. He will be coming to the Yankees as a lefty pitching in a lefty pitcher's domain, Yankee Stadium, where left center field is big, and it's hard to necessarily pull the ball as a lefty off of guys like Keuchel, Sabathia, Paxton. So he makes sense for this club. You don't find many guys that just cost money that'll make as much sense as he does. Pete, do you know anyone the Yankees are targeting in the draft? You know what? No, I've never been a big draft guy. I've never been a big in the know of the draft. There's a guy that's on here a lot of times, Tyler, who I would throw you guys towards. Sports talker, you may know him as. He is very good when it comes to the draft. He's very good when it comes to the younger players. He knows a lot about the draft and who the Yankees could get. I don't. I hate the opener also. Never been a fan of the opener. I never will be. I don't care if it's effective or not. I will never be a fan of the opener. By the way, guys, how many of you guys are enjoying that I'm back, man? I'm enjoying this again, man. I kind of missed this. I missed this. I've been so busy. I missed this stuff of talking to you guys, man. It's been fun. It's been a long time. But I am fully back, guys. I am fully back. We're going to have these conversations. The deadline is close. You guys know who is the king of the deadline. We know who the king is. There's only one king. Yes. I would love Steven Strasburg. I would too. I would too. It'd be a good pickup. Good pickup for the Yankees, that would be. Simonetti, 7th inning stretch today. Yes, I did. I came off the IL. Yes. We'll see. Maybe I will go live for the 7th inning today of the ball game, give an update. We'll see how the game's going. God, there was so many things I wanted planned, man. And then this album came, and I started doing one radio show after the other radio show, interview after interview. And things just kept piling on. So, didn't go as according to plan yet. But, of course, that can change. Like I said, I'm going to be back to making regular videos and all that. Guys, I will actually probably make a video about the moves the Yankees can make when it comes to all their guys coming back. I'll probably release that video either today or tomorrow. I have not been on Joe Rogan yet. I would love to do the Joe Rogan show. I don't think I'm famous enough. I'm definitely not famous enough. I am definitely not famous enough. I don't know if I'm on Eminem's level. I'm definitely not Eminem 1.5. No, I'm not on that level of Eminem. I could get on a song with him. I could definitely do a song with M. I don't think if I'll be able to stick with him. He's a rare talent. The way that man has the mentality of rap is unbelievable. I don't know if I'm on that level. Do you look to trade Tauchman? Probably not. I mean, I guess you just keep Tauchman in AAA. Would you agree Keuchel could be our Verlander? I think they're two different pitchers. I think Keuchel could just be a guy that really helps. Verlander was like a rare thing. Verlander was a rare thing, so we'll see. She does. My wife always says Akerosa all the time. All the time. She always calls me Aquerosa all the time. I don't even do nothing that nasty. I'm not even, I'm a very, very good guy. I don't do nothing nasty. Italians are very clean people. Now look, every now and then we might have some garlic in between the nails. Yeah, that's just us. That's the Italian. Come on. Mr. Duncan, look. On my live chats, you can talk about whatever you want. Anthony Joshua in what round tonight? I will say round 5. I will say round 5 tonight for Anthony Joshua. Gabagool. Gabagool all day. Gotta love the gabagool, you know? I have gabagool stuck in the back of my teeth almost every day. That's Aquerosa, for real. That is Aquerosa. All right, folks. I'm going to get ready to wrap this chat up. You guys have anything unrelated to baseball, which I think you guys already have. Who's your favorite wrestler right now? Wrestler? Wow. My goodness, I don't watch wrestling anymore. I mean, I don't watch wrestling at all anymore. My favorite old school wrestler was Macho Man Randy Savage, no doubt. Greatest interview of all time. Macho Man Ric Flair. But I don't watch wrestling anymore, man. I can't even tell you probably who are the top wrestlers right now in all of wrestling. I have no idea. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who is in this chat right now, is no doubt one of my favorites also. Hacksaw, who are your... Oh, Randy Savage. Look, Hacksaw Jim Duggan thinks Randy Savage is. Ho! Oh, man. Sting was a legend growing up. I agree. Nice seeing you again. But, bro, watch a few. Gonna be better than WWE. Oh, okay. I feel you. AEW, yes. I did see the thing with AEW, yes. So I definitely got to get in that. I saw the little previews of it, Cody Rhodes and all that. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Ooh, Sunday in Australia. Very nice. Talk to you soon. Thank you, my friend. All right, guys. I'm going to get ready to sign off. Everybody who contributed today, my goodness, thank you so much. You guys are the best. You always know how I feel about you guys. And again, the videos are back. The Twitter is back in full steam. You guys are the best. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you.